Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Roman Real Style. Today, I'm going to be giving style advice to an extremely skinny young man. All right, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing that, these videos will come right to you. If you like this, if you find it useful, I would appreciate it if you would like it right down there. And last but not least, make sure to grab my free 47-page ebook on men's style. You can grab that right down there as well. Okay, this is the question that came in. Mr. Centeno, I'm a fairly skinny guy with long arms. In fact, I'm 6 foot tall and I weigh 117 pounds. You are pretty thin. I want to have more of a sense of style. My question is, I know the basics, but not how to find shirts. I'm just not comfortable in my clothing. Are there any good tailors in California? And I'm probably going to need a tailor, right? Okay. Just to hit this off, you're going to have a lot of trouble finding clothing. And the best place to look is going to be the young man's department. You didn't give me an age, but I can tell you that your body type makes me assume that you're a young man, and that's where you're going to have the best chance of finding clothing that fits your body type. Now, when it comes to suits, most suits, especially in the United States, are made to fit larger, more filled out men that are your height but have an extra 100 pounds. So what you're going to want to do, and you have to do, is you have to find clothing that comes as close to fitting you in the shoulders and in the torso as possible. And then from there, you're going to want to get it adjusted by a tailor. So you say you're in California. I don't know exactly what city, but there are plenty of great tailors in the great state of California, San Francisco, Los Angeles. I mean, even up north in Redmond, in some of the smaller areas, there are great tailors. Just go to Google, do a quick search, type in your zip code, alterations, and you're going to see a lot of people rating them based off of, and I'll link you to an article down below on the 7 things that you need to ask any tailor before you go to them. So just let your fingers do the walking. Go ahead and call these people and locate a tailor. But the key with your body type is finding clothing that's going to fit you as close to, as you can get it right off the rack, because there are limitations. Now, nothing you put on is going to make you look large. Nothing, you are never going to have this problem. But what you want to avoid is your clothing, when you put it on, that it just dwarfs you, that it looks like you're wearing your older brother's clothing, that it's just falling. So in some cases, you may even want to consider custom. Now, I have a custom clothier, but I may not be in the price range for you. It would probably be worth you looking at places out of Thailand, out of Hong Kong, maybe even some of the local American ones. There are some pretty good ones that have decent prices, because for you, more than fabric, style is a close second, but fit is going to be the most important thing. Jeans you're probably one of the easier things that you're going to find, but you're right, dress shirts are going to be very hard. So things you're going to want to look for in the dress shirt, like I said, shoulders, in the torso, there's only going to be you can probably bring in 2 inches in the torso area, but beyond that, it's going to be hard. So this is why it's probably going to behoove you to look at custom. Yes, I know you're going to pay more, but to get the alterations done, you're going to look at maybe $20 to $25 a shirt, unless you're having it done yourself, unless you're doing it yourself. And there are a lot of custom places out there that maybe they're not using the best fabrics, but I've seen some of these guys, they're able to get you a pretty good custom, it's more made-to-measure shirt completed, and we're talking in the $65 to $100 range. Again, I can't vouch for them, not my companies, but I can tell you that if you can get that fit close, you're going to be good. Now, one thing you want to be careful about, and I was alluding to it with style, is going to be proportion. So you don't want, the collar to be way too large. And this is, again, the danger with off the rack, is because you're so thin, it's going to be very, very hard to find anything that fits you in the length of your arms and then fits you in the neck. And this is the area that's people are going to focus on, because it's near your face. So it's very important to get a good fit in the neck and a good sleeve length. In fact, you can compromise a bit on the torso, and people are just you can fold it in a certain way, and again, you can have that shirt darted, but where you can't compromise, or where people are going to be focusing on, which is you don't want that shirt, you don't want the sleeves to be too short, and you don't want that neck collar or that collar to be just too loose. when it comes to jackets, I'm not going to really go down this path because you didn't really ask about it, but you're going to want to look for a brand that specializes in thin builds. So unfortunately, you're going to have to look at higher end models. Most of the lower end jackets that, go to Jose Banks or the Men's Warehouse, they're geared towards bigger men. They try to fit as many men as possible, and they're not going to achieve that if they make a skinny suit. So you're going to be want to look at, but at the same time, and you can find some pretty good skinny suits at thrift stores or other places where, but at the same time with these skinny suits, a lot of them are coming off of fashion brands. So then all of a sudden you're going to want to focus on and make sure you've got the classic style pieces, because with those fashion suits, a lot of them, they just take liberties with making really skinny lapels or wide lapels, going with, a strange looking lapel, going with perhaps 4 or 5 buttons. You want to avoid things like that. Go for something classic. Go for a solid navy, a solid charcoal, or you could even go with a herringbone or a semi-solid pattern. That would add a little bit of weight to your frame. But at the end of the day, I mean, being skinny, it's harder to find clothing, but I think it's better than being on the opposite end of the spectrum, because you can always add, and you probably will over time, add a little bit more weight. But focusing on brands which are going to suit you, oftentimes are going to be higher end labels. And if you can't afford their retail prices, look in thrift stores. If you can't look in thrift stores, then what you need to do is to scout out the sale periods in which the stores that carry them. And as soon as they drop 40%, 60% sometimes, you need to jump on it and make the purchase then. Okay, hopefully that gives you a little bit of guidance, and I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to check out my my premium ebook. I'm pretty excited about this thing. 600 pages, 14 hours of audio. It isn't free, but it does support my business, and I thank you guys for watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.